Hello and welcome to a very, very large part of my childhood. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2 Bush Rescue. Oh my god! Like, this was... I can't overstate or understate. I'm just... My brain is fried. I don't even know which one is the right one to use at this current moment. How big a part of my childhood this was. All three Ty games were a really, really big influence on me as a kid and me as a gamer moving on. But Ty 2 is the one I spent the most time in. And now it's on PC and being remastered, and that is a really big deal to me. And I'm just gonna jump into this because I'm just floored. I did start a save just real quick to make sure everything was recorded, but I haven't seen past like the first minute or so. And just... I'm trying to find ways to articulate the feeling here, and I don't know I can, because it's just so cool to see this game that was a large part of my childhood be brought to an entirely different platform and be updated over a decade later for whatever reason, and it just worked out that way. And like, this game was so cool to me as a kid, and obviously I know it's like, it's goofy, it's campy, I understand that now, but still, just like reminiscing of everything about this. Oh my god. I just have like this big stupid smile on my face. Oh, it's Sly, who I used to think was really cool, but is like a super edgelord, and it's so funny. It's just... oh my god, so many memories, like... weirdly enough, I'd have to say in order of enjoying the games, it would have to go 2, 3, 1. 1 by no means is a bad game, it's just a very different game from the other two, in that it's very much a traditional collectathon, select a level and go in, whereas 2 and 3 take like a semi-open world status. Because there is an overworld, but there's also like sectioned off areas that will have like linear gameplay, like this, because this opening section is, you know, the big attack on the city and you're helping defend it, and like, obviously it's nothing massive by modern like set pieces in games, but like, you have to understand, at the time, for both technical limitations and for a young mind, this was just like the coolest thing ever. Oh my god, my voice is cracking. I'm just like, we've barely started and I'm having a lot of fun just because it's just Ty 2, except I'm playing it on a PC in 2017, which is a very weird sentence and not one I think I would have said when I was a 10-year-old playing Ty on a PS2. In fact, actually, I don't think I've talked about it before, but my introduction to Ty was actually a complete accident, and I was like a little mad about it at first, because like, oh god, I'm trying to remember the exact circumstances, but I did something that my mom was like, you earned a video game, and so she picked me up this game, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, that I'd never heard of, and was like, what is this? This is probably dumb. I'm too cool for this. I'm 9 or something like that, however old I was. But then I played it, and here we are over 10 years later. I don't remember exactly when I got it, because I don't think I got it exactly when it came out, but it's breathtaking. And like, keep in mind, this game is in early access, so not all of the remastering is done. Like, obviously this texture here looking at just doesn't look great, that lighting there, and the dialogue, definitely the volume needs to be remixed, because there's no actual dialogue slider in the menu for sound. So hopefully that's something that gets added, because and that's like something that definitely will, because Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 1 on Steam was like a really, really good HD remaster, in that they not only improved textures and lighting effects, but they, oh my god, okay, so this is the big thing in Tai 2, is that there's these vehicle sections. And like, it'll be interesting to see how they measure up now, but at the time I thought this was so cool. I feel like it might delve close to Arkham Knight territory, where you just use the vehicle too much at times. Also, fun fact, that vehicle that enemy was riding was actually the vehicle, the like open world vehicle you get in Tai 3. This is surreal, is what this is. I feel like I was on I was talking about the port of Taiwan, the HD remaster. But they like added new menu options, they added like ease of life, comfort stuff. Like, for example, there was this one thing that I hated in the original Tai, which is that the hidden collectibles that were like extra hidden in invisible boxes, they added a counter in the HD remaster so that way you could check what levels you'd cleared completely of those. And that's like a little thing that goes a long way to fix frustrations with the game. So in addition to making the game look better, they truly remastered it in that they made the game better. It looks better, it plays better, it feels better, all of that. And that's really cool. So I'm really interested to see what Chrome does with this remaster. And I have high hopes. Like, oh my god. There's some opals. Opals are what they are. Because in the first game they were just a collectible, but in this game they're actually used as like a monetary currency type deal. Because it does go to the more open world, so you can buy like customizations and upgrades, and just this is just so cool to me. Like, obviously it's silly and kind of dumb, but it's just cool.
About me. There's a battle mortar in the old barracks. It's the only thing that can defend the ground troops from those demon fluffies. I'm there. You little beauty.
See, it's stuff like that. Like, this game is so corny, and I hope I'm like 95% sure that the writing and voice acting is very self-aware of how silly the whole premise is and how over the top they go with that like dramatic piano scene of "Go on without me." It's just, it's so, I'm so happy this is a thing that exists. I'm not sure what I'll do with it on the channel, or if I will. I know I have to kill that thing with the turret, but I was hoping I could get some more opals while I was over here. Oh god, giant laser beams. But like, I'm torn because on two fronts. One, whether to do it on the channel or not, and then whether to, and that divides down even further, and it's even a separate issue of its own of whether I should wait until the game is finished, or if I should just play through it now, or what I should do. I toyed with the idea of doing streams, maybe streaming a little bit of it, but I don't know. It's just, I don't know if this is the kind of thing I want to experience on my own or share it with all of you, because I'm obviously sharing the like first impressions and stuff with you now, and like, it's just, it's certainly something. All right, and of course turret section, launch mortars. Okay, I think. Oh god, this is turret controls, tank controls, whatever. I remember getting a little frustrated with the section in the past. I feel like they introduced like flying enemies, and that becomes an issue. But just like, the memories are just... Oh yeah, okay, so they show up on the little mini-map. Am I just supposed to Hail Mary this? Oh... What do you know? Okay, so that worked out in the end. I'll take it. Oh, it's not dead. Or Was it? No, okay, no, I didn't actually take damage for that. Oh, should probably prioritize the more urgent enemies. Okay, there we go. I also have to make sure to watch my ammo and watch the minimap. Okay, yeah, there we go. And, okay, those hit. Oh, but that was not a kill. Oh, you are right over me. I'm gonna take damage there. Oh, this is going poorly now. This went downhill real quick. See, some of them go down in like 1 or 2 shots, and some of them take like 4. Maybe it's just hitting them in the right spot. Let's kill this frill down here. Oh, is this Space Invader style where you just have to kill the enemies or they'll keep coming around? Actually, I don't know if Space Invader says that. That's Galaga. I'm thinking of Galaga. Alright. It's one giant robot down. Oh. Danger close. Ooh, danger very close. Oh, you can see the little frill in the cockpit. I never noticed that. Yeah, that was sloppy. Real sloppy. There we go. Alright, oh, you are close to me. Oh, you are also very close to me. But not in the good way. Not like, hey, you want to come over for dinner way. I'm taking a lot of damage. Am I gonna die? Am I gonna lose right now? Is this the thing that's gonna happen? I hope not. Okay, there we go.
That's taking care of those demon fluffies, Possum. Hang on, what's that?
And the demon Fluffy thing, I remember correctly, that's because the design is based on Fluffy, who was a boss in the original game, who was ironically a lizard.
Shivers!
Fluffy,
That gate leads to the old jail.
where Boss Cass is being held prisoner.
It's been a diversion for a jailbreak.
Not if I can help it. I'll take care of it, Shaz.
No, but like what I was talking before about it being like seeming really cool as a kid, this is like a weirdly dark concept for like an E10 game, because it's like a massive war zone on a civilian area with like airstrikes and mass casualties and like large scale warfare and a jailbreak. Like, I mean, obviously they go about it in a less than like traumatic way, but it's like a weirdly sort of dark kind of way of going about that story. Those things are called crab submersibles. I forgot what they were called. Crab submersibles, and you drive one in Type 3 like I mentioned earlier. The memories are just flooding back, and like look at all this useless information I just have stored away from those memories. Like,
You're hanging around like a bad smell.
also some classic game design right there, because when I saw her pick that up and start throwing it, I immediately thought QuickTime event. But no. Thankfully.
Fluffy, you still here, rat boy? I'm not gonna let you break Cass free. Oh yeah? You and whose army? I don't need an army.
I think you're going to now.
Oh, and here's where they introduced the Uber Frills. Which, like, low-key scared me a lot as a kid. Partially because they later show how they're made, and that cutscene is, like, a little traumatic. Where they take, like, an innocent little mammal and do some, like, weird science stuff to it. Like, weird for a kid's game. But in a way, I think that's kind of... I think the reason Tai stuck with me so much is because the games came out at the right times. Because Tai 1 was very much a youthful game, like very kid-friendly. Tai 2 is still kid friendly, but it tries to be a little bit more serious, so that way like preteens feel like, oh yeah, look, I'm cool even though I play this game. Like it approaches that, and then tie 3 goes full like, look how cool and dark and edgy we are, which suits that preteen even better. So it's kind of that like growing up in that small span of time. It appeals to those different attitudes, especially the ones I had, because I went through a major edgelord phase. It was gross. No one enjoyed that, especially not me, but it happened.
Thanks, mate.
So I never felt like I had outgrown the series, because even though it remained kid-friendly, it did take itself a little bit more seriously. And kind of laugh at itself a little bit more at the same time.
As usual, Ty, your pathetic friends have gotten in your way.
Doodles time.
So long, loser.
Also, fun fact, this is the game I learned the word the phrase diplomatic immunity from.
What happened?
Which will probably come with the cutscene soon. But I'm just...
Did the best you could, Possum.
Also, war still going on in the background, guys? Like guns, lasers, people dying. Well, animals, koalas, which isn't better. Achievement prison break. What do you know?
And it is with
There's
great
Dennis.
pride that I cut this ribbon and officially declare open Waramaji Bush Rescue.
And so this is kind of the concept of the game, is that you work with bush rescue, and you go out and do things and like save people in the bush.
Advanced headquarters.
And that's where like all the side missions and stuff come from. And just like
Hey, Possum.
this area is just, because I'm pretty sure this is where you spawn every time you reopen the game. And there's a bunch of collectibles scattered around it, and like,
We're ready to take on Boss Kess the next
oh my
time
god, this is just...
Well, it's not going to be that.
If I had a big stupid smile before, this is just like to the next level.
I just got word that Cass has set up his own country just so
There you go.
we have diplomatic immunity.
You mean it's an immunity community?
That stinker.
Diplomatic whatty? As the newly elected president of Cassopolis, Boss Cass and his diplomats are above the law as long as they're here on official Cassopolis business.
Not how that works,
They can double
but
open other people's mail and leave the milk out. And Sergeant Bluey can't touch him.
Which is why it's important for us to find out what his plans are and catch him in the act.
Well, there's no time to stand
I don't know. I think that
around
might be a
and
no. I think that's just the banner in the background. I was gonna say that looks like a bug, but it's just the banner. Oh, the sewer gators mission. That made me super uncomfortable as a kid, because I hate alligators and crocodiles. Okay, so we could do the tutorial. Oh my god, look at this. It's like, it's a super HD version of a game that I played years ago. Because even it's not super HD yet, but it's just it looks so much cleaner and so much better. And I'm just, and this is literally the first hours of early access. I'm gonna skip this, and I'm gonna go into town because I have to, because I spent a lot of time here as a kid in the little town, and the music just, I feel like it might kill me, so. And then we'll end off, but like, I'm not tearing up, you are. I know it's so dumb, but like, I can't stress enough how much of a part of my childhood this game was. Like,
Hello, Ty.
a lot of my friendships, we talked about this game, or like, obviously lots of time playing and getting as much through this game as I could, and just like all the little things, and this, just being young, I guess, is what this is reminding me of, as I feel old and jaded. Oh, there's one riff I have to wait for. Where is it? That just And like I still remember where you have to go for collectibles, because this was pretty much anytime you respawn this area, you can get a bunch of free opals. And there's NPCs around who, if you walk close to, they'll have little dialogue. That's always the same, but it's... This is surreal, and I love it. I'm just... Before there was coherent thought, now it's just... big dumb smiles and just nostalgia.
G'day, Ty.
Oh, I think this is it coming up. Oh no, it didn't. Alright, I might have missed it, but that'll do it for me for today. Oh my god, like this is... It's so weird, but I love it. Also, that character isn't animated in the background. See that emu? Just skating along. Like I said, early access, still have a bit to be ironed out. Oh, and I remember that like there's a quest where you get a device that you can look at these NPCs, and one of them is actually a fur lizard in disguise, and that's that mission scattered around. No, I think it's this camp of workers back here. I'm floored. I don't think I have a choice now. After I stop recording, I think I might just have to play more of this, or maybe I'll stream it. I don't know. But Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2 Bush Rescue, guys. The HD remaster is now up on Steam Early Access, and I can't recommend it enough. It's a fun, old-school platformer that's only gonna get better with time. And just... If you like a little camp and don't worry too much about taking things super seriously, it's a great little game, and I'm blown away by it. I think it's on sale for a little bit while. I think it's discounted throughout early access, and then it will go up in price. And I know there's like a discount if you have Taiwan on Steam, and just I'm just blown away. I can't articulate everything enough. But as always, until next time, beautiful people.